The bar chart gives information about employee satisfaction by industry. The horizontal axis is related to different industry, as well as technology, healthcare, education, and manufacturing, as well as retail and finance. The vertical axis is related to satisfaction level in percentage. For example, the minimum goes for retail, which is around 60%, and the maximum goes for technology, which is around more than 80%. There is different percentage of education, which is around 62 percentage. To conclude, there is different numbers and different highlighting.
This picture shows the information about employee satisfaction by industry. We can see there are different industries: technology, healthcare, education, manufacturing, retail, and finance. And we can see technology has the highest employee satisfaction, which has almost 80,000. And we can see the finance followed by, which has 80,000, and followed by the manufacturing 80, and the healthcare is 7, and then retail is 6, and education is almost 67. So we can see in this picture, in conclusion, the highest employee satisfaction happening in technology and finance, and the least is retail and education.
The bar graph compares the employee satisfaction by industry. Overall, it is technology who get the highest percentage when it comes to level of satisfaction. In one hand, the least number goes to retail with only 62%. On the other hand, finance and manufacturing get the same percentage when it comes to level of satisfaction. And the highest percentage goes to technology, as summarized as the most preferred level of satisfaction.
The bar graph gives information about employee satisfaction by industry. On the y-axis, some numbers 20, 40, 60, 80, and 100. On the x-axis, some words technology, healthcare, education, manufacturing, retail, and finance. The highest element is technology, which is 80, and the lowest element is retail, which is 60. Overall, the image gives information about employee satisfaction by industry.
This bar graph presents information about employee satisfaction by industry. From the x-axis, you can see industries such as technology, healthcare, education, manufacturing, retail, and finance, while on the y-axis, you can see the satisfaction level from 0 to 100. The highest percentage belongs to technology with 82%, followed by manufacturing with 80%, and then the lowest is in retail, which is 60%. Overall, this shows employee satisfaction by industry.
This bar chart is information about employee satisfaction by industry. From the picture, we can see the value of education is 70. For manufacturing, the number is higher, which is 79. The higher point is of technology, around 82, and the lowest one is for retail, just 57. There are also many other industries such as finance and healthcare. To sum up, the graph tells about employee satisfaction.
The bar graph is giving information about employee satisfaction by different industries like technology, healthcare, education, manufacturing, retail, and finance. Employees were mostly satisfied during working in technology industry, which is around 80%, while on the other hand, they were the lowest satisfied while working in the retail industry, that is almost 45%. Moreover, there are education where they were satisfied about 65%. Overall, it is giving a broad overview, while employees were satisfied in healthcare of about 65 and finance of about 70%.
This is a bar graph. The given bar graph shows about employee satisfaction by industry. The data has been given in numbers. At the first glance, the maximum data is 82 in technology. On the opposite side, the minimum data is 60 in retail. Moreover, it gives information about technology, healthcare, education, manufacturing, retail, and finance. Overall, it is very informative image to get knowledge about employee satisfaction by industry.
The picture gives clear information about the amount of employee satisfaction by industry. On the x-axis, technology, healthcare, or education, manufacturing, retail, finance. On the y-axis, values 20%, 40%, 60%, 80%, 100%. In this picture, I like a color black and white. The highest value is 100% and lowest value is 20%. Overall, the picture was very beautiful and interesting for me.
This bar chart gives information about employee satisfaction by industry. There are several different categories like technology, healthcare, and etc. in x-axis. The maximum amount is for technology, which is about 85%. The minimum amount is for retail, which is about 60%. The amount for healthcare is about 80%, while the amount and value for education is much lower, which is about 70%. Overall, this graph gives information about employee satisfaction by industry.
The image provided is a bar graph which gives information about employment satisfaction by industry. It is evident that the highest goes to technology, which is about 80, as well as manufacturing, same as 80. Conversely, the lowest goes to retail, which is 70. Another interesting point is the second highest is healthcare and finance, which is 75. Overall, this picture is about employer satisfaction by industry among technology, healthcare, education, retail, and finance.
The following material is mainly about employee satisfaction by industry. It contains information such as the fluctuation in share and percentage and the colors. Looking at the bar chart more closely, the highest value of the diagram was psychology, which was over 80%, and the lowest value of the diagram was retail, which was 60%, and there are healthcare and education and manufacturing and finance too. On the horizontal line, there's industry. On the vertical line, there's satisfaction level. So it is very informative, so it cannot be overlooked.
The given bar chart provides information about employee satisfaction by industry. From the picture, we can see the value on healthcare and manufacturing is higher. We can see the highest value is in technology, which is more than 80%, and the lowest value is in retail, which is 60%. Also, we can see manufacturing and finance, which has a value below 80. In conclusion, this picture provides information about employee satisfaction by industries.
The image provided is a bar chart that shows the employee satisfaction by industry, while x-axis talks about different industries like technology, healthcare, education, manufacturing, retail, and finance. The y-axis talks about the satisfaction level. We can see that technology has the highest satisfaction level, followed by healthcare, manufacturing, and finance, whereas retail and education have lower employee satisfaction. Overall, the image shows the employee satisfaction by industry.
The given image gives information about employee satisfaction by industry. The given image is very beautiful and I have to speak more than 40 seconds. There are many elements which are technology, healthcare, education and manufacturing. I can also see in the retail, finance and technology. One of the element is maximum, other is the minimum. The given image is very informative.